which is also, these are crayons, water-based also. They look like the ones from childhood, or similar to the ones in childhood, because these are normally the crayons we start painting, or the children do, but they are much better in quality because they are also water-based. So again, you can softly use them, stronger use them in many different ways. Same like before. Easy, very easy to combine colors, paint over it. This can be very interesting for skin colors. If you don't want to have just one color, you know, you want to live something which brings life in the things. So similar. So, and now this is the most nicest one. So you use your water tank brush. Of course, a normal brush would also go, but it's easier with this. The trick is that the brush stays wet. Otherwise, aquarelle colors is one of the most difficult techniques. I would not teach it in a beginning course. It's really difficult. You need experience with it. But with this brush, it becomes really enjoyable. So you see, when you go over it, it's much stronger. The pigment is much, much stronger. So this was even fun. And now here. You see how strong. So they have much more pigments. It will come out more bright. Also for, let's say, for bigger parts in a drawing, this is a very good option. You're more quick and so on. It's very, very nice. Okay, so and now we do something else. We start with the pigments. We can use brushes, but we don't have to. Here are some samples from the past. So this pastel chalks, they are called. They are very, very, let's say, very easy to use because you don't, let's say, even a beginner who doesn't really know how to mix color can experiment and has, in a very quick way, a good result. And we have noticed this many times in courses, those who are scared of painting, to use any color, to mix up, whatever. When they use this, they feel more safe because the technique is so easy, it's so enjoyable. So I'll show you. So you can make like powder, powder from these sticks with a knife. You can use kitchen knives, but we have this kind of knives. So you only, do like this, and then you have a nice pigment. Again, it's the same. You can use different colors like this. You can also see how much you need. You can always add more of these. So now we have these 3 colors. So the technique which I really recommend to everyone, and I think is the most beautiful one, is to use the hand. One reason is that we are so much in the head and we don't do so many things with the hand anymore. This is a common thing, computer and so on. So we are just, our hands, they don't do much anymore. In like 100 years ago, our hands were always active. And in the hands you have the senses, they are connected, the mudras, when you know about mudras, this yoga with the fingers, that they are connected to our senses, and it's good to activate them, to do something with them. And this is what we don't do much nowadays. So I really recommend to use the hand, but it's possible with a brush too. So you take and you put it on your drawing. So you can, if you use more, of course the color comes out more, and then you can even start mixing. You see? Then you say, oh no, it's a little bit too reddish now, then you take again more. So in this way, you can easily put layers and layers on it. It's very, very beautiful. Then you say, I want a little bit of purple. So you take a little bit of purple under, just the shading. You go over it. So this is very helpful for skin colors because it's difficult to create a skin color. And it's very good for backgrounds or to fill up something. It's very nice. So I should just show you this with a brush. So of course this is possible also with a brush. If this is in the beginning too unusual for you to use hand. So see, it will come out differently. This is a little slightly rougher. And with a brush, it will turn out more soft. You see, it's much more soft how it comes out. If you want to have it like this, of course you can. So here this is the same. You need to experiment it. So you use here some of the papers. Make first your tests to get familiar with it, and you see how much fun it is. And yeah, you have here colors. I have more colors here. And so you have different sets of colors also. This is a set of 72, so you have many more colors available. So this is more the blue, greenish, and here more the bright colors. Now I want to show you something else. I bring it to you. So there's a very clever idea that if, in case you want to buy some of these colors, you like it so much, there's a way that, or there's some companies who have now mini jugs. So it looks like this. You have them like in small size, in mini size. This makes really sense because after a while they break. You have them in your hand, and all children use it and they break. So when it's like this, it's much more easy. It's much easier to use, and has all the colors here. These are 72 colors also, and here is 48. So these many companies provide now. This one is from Faber-Castell, and we check them all. They are all vegan. Everything what we have here, what we use is vegan. And let's say the good quality, the high quality art materials, they have been vegan already before. It's more the cheaper things, sometimes, or specific artistic things. They have sometimes, black is a problem, brown is a problem, red can be a problem. Nice. So it's only some colors. But these ones are all vegan, and you can also share this, of course.
You use it.
I forgot. Yes, okay. Yes. Thank you. I forgot this. Actually, each time I forget it. So, of course, there is also a way. You don't need to make the powder, but you can also, use them like charcoals or like crayons. So then, can like this or like this. It will be just stronger. It's much stronger in the expression. In this way, the same. You can do like this. Now I have a little bit of orange on the finger, which can be interesting. When you have a little bit of color left, this is when the painting starts, the painting process. You use the old colors, and and it's surprise, and you cannot control it, and this is where the fun starts actually. So, and then like this. So if you use that, you see, you have some leftovers. So it's up to you. Try, experiment, everything is good. So now I bring another something else. So, fix it. You know those watercolor pencils? There you don't need to put any varnish on it. You don't need to lack it. But the ones with these charcoals, it is recommended because it's still soft. So if you take it home, you will have it everywhere. So therefore, it's good to spray them. So here, these are spray. You can also use hairspray, for the hair. So we don't have it here, but sometimes you have these things at home. This is really necessary. Otherwise, you will mix up the colors even more. There are different brands. This is a very expensive one, but you can also use cheaper ones. So this is something to really consider at the end. Yeah, so these are the 3 techniques, and you can very easily mix these 2 so everything with a water-based thing. What doesn't go too well is this technique with the others, but you can try because it goes also in a little bit of artistic, creative experience. If you feel inspired, try, but don't use water on this one. It will mess up. It will smear. This is the problem. This is not meant for water. Okay. So also here you have the tissue. Help yourself. So okay. Any question? So I think it's good. Then we do this painting meditation together and start. Front of you. Okay. So please sit straight and
is it possible to have a pause to drink
something? We can do this. Actually, it's a good idea. Or you could all afterwards, because then in a way you're free. Maybe we do the painting meditation together, and then it's like a free time.
Yeah.
What is the time now?
It's 5 to 11.
5 to 11. Yes. So I was thinking we do this 12:15. You have time now until 12 o'clock, 12:15, and then we cover the organizational things, and then so you have time after the meditation. Understand? We do this together. Otherwise, we wait for each other. We lose time, but you have enough time afterwards. Okay. So feel free. During this 3-hour course, we allow to drink, also to bring the drinks. You can bring your chai here. So good. Just not eating. Okay, so please close your eyes. Go inside yourself and take a few moments for yourself. So slowly watch your breathing, what goes in and out. In and out. slowly move your awareness from the mind to your heart. As you feel the energy in your heart, the warmth of your heart, imagine Lord Panduranga and Rukmini standing in front of you. Try to connect with Panduranga and Rukmini and immerse yourself into the energy of this beautiful divine couple. Enjoy this beautiful moment and connect with presence. You are here. Feel free to experiment with this painting process. The most important element is to paint with love and enjoy this experience. And when you're ready, you can start this painting. So maybe we can stop here.